All right, so here's the plan today. Before we get going, we're going to do a little class survey here. I should say before we get going on the review, but I will give you some updates here. The second thing, equation sheets and PTs, that's periodic tables. All right, students in class, I will print those out for you. I'll hand them out to you today. Turn them back in today, because if you take them with you and then you forget them on Thursday, then I might not have an extra one for you. So turn them back in today, and I'll repass them out on Thursday when we take our final exam. Virtual students, you will not be able to open this up virtually while you're taking the test on Thursday. So what you should do is print them off if possible. All right, if you can't, they'll still be on the test, but the test is going to be a Google form, so you're just going to have to do a bunch of scrolling, which could get really annoying. But if you print them off, then you can have them right next to you, and you can use them on the final exam. Don't forget, for the final exam, everyone will need to be on their school-issued Chromebook. You cannot get on using your phone. And the other kind of funky thing is that the time is slightly different. For in-class students, it's probably not going to be that odd because you still come here after third hour. We're just going to be meeting a little bit earlier. There was an email sent out to your email a while ago with the final exam schedule. Here, let me pull it up for you guys. Here it is. So this should be in your email. Take a picture of it or a screenshot if you need to, just to make sure that you have it. Because especially for virtual students, you need to sign on by 10:02 to be in the class. All right. As far as attendance, very, very strict attendance policy. No tardies. So you're either here on time or you are absent. Okay. So when I close that door, it's locked. And if you start knocking on the door, I'm going to send you down to the office, and you're going to have to come back during this makeup time, is 12:35 to 2:35. And you're going to have to make sure you schedule a time with me, so to make sure that it works with me, because I might have other tests or different things going on, which would be overall kind of annoying. So to make it easy, make sure, all right, that everyone is here at 10:02. Virtual students, you need to be signed on by 10:02. It is only 60-minute classes, so they're shorter than our normal 97. And it's like 50 question multiple choice test. Okay, so you should have enough time to complete it, but I want to give you plenty of time. So as soon as we get in here, I'm going to collect reviews, and then we're going to get started on the test. That's all we have time for. Okay, so virtual students, if you pop in a little bit late, you're going to have less time to complete it, and it will be timed. So if you don't get it done on time, then whatever you get done is what you get done.
Are they having a limit on for graduation time to open here, or is it outside?
What's that?
Is graduation outside or inside?
Like the actual graduation?
Yeah.
I think it's inside, but I don't know.
So we probably feel like a ticket to really go.
Yeah, I would guess so. All right, so that's the plan for test day. And then I'll enter in those final exams. I might be able to enter them in, depending on when students get done. I might be able to get at least most of them in before you guys take off. We can get started right away. Otherwise, I'll have them up later that day, and you can see where you're at for your final grade. All right. So any questions about the final exam on Thursday? All right, here's the plan for today. The final exam review, I have options. You can do it virtually, or you can do it on paper. I have paper copies up here. So if you would rather do it virtually, it's not on ClassKick. It's a normal, just like Google Doc. So you'll be typing your answers, because I think that's a little bit easier than the ClassKick. but that doesn't allow you to draw on the sheet. So for any of them that you might have to draw or show work, you can do that on paper, take a picture, and then upload that on the document if you want. If it's just easier for you to do it on paper, you can just do it on paper. It doesn't matter to me how you turn it in, just as long as you turn it in. I also have, so I'll start handing those out. I forgot. Sorry, I jumped to the next one. Totally forgot about the class survey. Let's do this class survey here quickly before I forget. So go back if you already jumped on to the final review. Let's do the class survey. So just like any year, but especially this year with COVID, there's a lot of new things that were going on, and a lot of stuff for you guys to keep track of, a lot of stuff for me to keep track of, and a lot of new stuff for us to get used to. So I want to see what are some things you liked, what are some things you didn't like, what can I do to be better. So there's some ranking questions. Try to be as honest as possible, so it's not linked to any email. I don't know who says what. And then on the bottom, you can add some comments. So if you gave a ranking of like 3 or 6 and you want to explain why, you can go ahead and give a comment here. And then don't forget at the end to give some comments for some future students. It could be advice, it could be just a comment about the class, whatever it is. But use this, I should say, I'm going to use this as a tool to hopefully continue to get better as a teacher. And the only way I can really do that is to get feedback from you guys, because it's you guys that matter, and you guys are grading me on how well I did, just the same as I grade you on assignments and your progress in the class. So once you complete this, then we'll start the final review. So I'll give you guys a couple minutes, and I'll come around and check on you. Yep. With the survey, you can start doing the final review. Yep. All right, I'm gonna walk around. I'm gonna start handing out periodic tables and equation sheets that you can use on the test. Remember, I want you to turn those in before you leave, but I'm just gonna hand these out as you guys are finishing up the survey. All right, last thing. If you want a paper copy of the final exam, raise your hand and I'll drop one off for you.
So you have paper copies like one here.
Paper.
Like, I didn't figure out how to read in my class.
There you go. Yep. No. All right, and if you change your mind later, that's totally fine. I have enough paper copies for everyone. So if you want to come up here and grab a paper copy later, that's fine. Or if you have one and later you decide, it's just easier to do it virtually, that's fine too. I don't care how you turn it in, just as long as you turn it in. All right, you guys have time to work. Thank you for doing the survey and finishing it up. I know some of you are still finishing it up. I'll put some jams in the background for you so you can really get in the chem mood.
Hey, you gotta put it in if you're gonna show me.
No,
Yes.
no, you gotta look it up.
Again?
Metronome music.
Metronome. Keep forgetting the name of it.
I only play one thing in class.
What?
Kids Bop.
Kids Bop.
Yep.
I have a question.
Yes.
The assignments are already passed, like, when this is like Wednesday and Thursday, is better?
I've opened that up for a few other students. So if you get done with your final review early, you can work on some old assignments. So I've opened it up for some other students. Yep.
You seem like a 58 BPM guy to me.
Do I? I mix it up. It's the most versatile music there is.
Funny thing is, they have like actual playlists on Spotify for it. Yeah, it goes from 1 all the way to about 208. That's the only songs he has downloaded on his phone. The fun part is trying to guess what BPM you're at.
Can I see one of your markers?
You can borrow one.
Yeah, can I borrow one? That's what I'm trying to say. Thank you.
I can probably find one. I don't have a huge selection though, especially since you had a shot to say I was your favorite teacher. So,
What is that? Can you do one of these on the board? It's not working.
What's up?
Can you do one of these on the board?
Well, what?
Lewis structure. None of us even remember. Well, just the whole thing, how to identify that type of.
So the first one is dihydrogen monoxide, right?
Yep.
Okay, first we got to figure out if it's covalent or ionic. Ionic is a metal and a non-metal. Covalent is two non-metals.
So that hydrogen, so it's two non-metals, covalent.
Good, so it is covalent. Right?
So type of bond, yeah.
So covalent, we use circles. If it's ionic, we use arrows. Okay. Hydrogen. How many dots go around it?
One.
Good. And there's two of them. And oxygen. How many dots go around oxygen?
5.
6.
6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah, 6. Now I remember this, okay.
Okay.
But doesn't it have to like balance out or something like that, right? Or, like, it
Yeah.
doesn't add up to 8, I have to like add another one, right? Okay.
Covalence. You'll never have to do that for covalent. That's only for ionic.
Okay.
So if you do like calcium hydride.
Yeah.
No, I won't do that one. No. Calcium.
Calcium fluoride.
Bromide. This fluoride. Okay. This one needs to go somewhere else.
When you add that, okay.
That's only if it's ionic though.
Okay.
If it's covalent, I'm gonna tell you exactly how many there are.
Okay.
Tetris.
So that means you have 4 of the hydride?
Yep.
This is actually credit, right? Yeah, there's 4 of them. Yep, that's right. Ooh.
I'm just saying, I'm just saying.
Like, you know how to do it? I don't know. I don't know. I know this is like the mountain type, but I don't think it's either. Diamonds too. And the other one is monoxide. Mine was one. Monoxide was outside. Oh.